Find the derivatives of the following functions. In part A, we got one function times another function. One way to find the derivative is multiply these two factors. We can FOIL, then just use the rules. But in some cases, multiplying can be very, very tedious. In that case, we have the rule called product rule. So I'm going to apply the product rule here, and which is, let me write over here. When we have two functions, u times v, and we want to find the derivative, then we find the derivative of first factor times leave second alone plus leave, now do the other way around. Take the derivative of second factor times leave the first alone. And by the way, this is not simply when we have a product and we want to find the derivative. This is not true. Just find the derivative of first factor times derivative of second factor. This is not true. I mean, this would be the case if we had plus or minus in the middle here, but this is times, or when we have quotient, then we have different rules. Okay, so this is like u, this is like v, or we can go f, g. Now when we find the derivative of this whole function, we find the derivative of first factor. So let me set this up here. Derivative of first factor times leave second alone plus other way around, means now we find the derivative of second factor times leave first alone. Okay, and that is, now we can apply some difference power rules here. So derivative of x squared plus 2x means here is a plus, so now we can take the derivative of each term inside. Derivative of x squared, which is 2x, plus derivative of 2x, which is 2, times 3x minus 5, plus this. Let's take the derivative here. Derivative of 3x is 3, minus derivative of 5 is 0. So 3 minus 0, just 3, times x squared plus 2x. And we don't have to simplify our answer, so this is final. Okay, now let's do for B. Same thing. We have a product of two functions. I mean, if we like, we can multiply, but this is tedious. And in some cases, when we have logarithmic functions or exponential functions or trig functions, then multiplication is not possible. So for part B, so let me do over here, B here, this is A. So this is like U, and this is like V, and we know that when we have U times V and find derivative, then we must use the product rule, which says U prime V plus V prime U. Okay, this is not simply U prime times V prime. That's wrong. So here the derivative is then derivative of first factor. So let me set this up. Derivative of first factor, which is 5x minus 3x to the 5th minus x to the 7th times second factor 3x squared minus 5x plus other way around, means now we take the derivative of second factor 3x squared minus 5x times leave first alone. In fact, this is plus, so we can do in any order. We could have written this in the first place. Times first factor is 5x minus 3x to the 5th minus x to the 7th. So let's take the derivative. Derivative of 5x is just 5 minus derivative of 3x to the 5th is 5 times 3, 15. X, we decrease by 1, just 4 from power rule, minus derivative of x to the 7th is 7x to the 6th. Okay, times 3x squared minus 5x plus Now we take the derivative of this. It's minus, so we can go inside. Derivative of first term, 3x squared is 6x, minus derivative of 5x is 5, and leave this alone. 5x minus 3x to the 5th minus x to the 7th. Final.